I saw you, I knew right away. Made up my mind you would be mine someday. You know I need you, so don't turn away, 'cause at the end of the day.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I color my hair. I did want to tell you all before I start this video that I am a licensed cosmetologist. I did go to school for hair and I am licensed, so before you start doing this at home and by yourself, be sure you see your stylist and make sure that you have all the proper tools and equipment, everything that you need color-wise to do this at home if you decide to do it yourself. I would suggest consulting with your stylist before you start applying any color of any sort to your hair, and I do not advise anyone to use box color. If you do decide to use box color, you can use this method that I use on my hair. So today I'm going to show you how I use the Redken Chromatics to color my hair this shade of blonde. I have finished the hair and this will be the end result. So if you want to see how I color my hair at home, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so let's get started. Obviously I have no makeup on because I want this to be about my hair. So I'm going to get started with how I color my hair, and you can see that I have about almost an inch worth new growth, and this part right here needs to be kind of toned. So I'm just gonna show you here what we're kind of working with. So all of this needs to be toned. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I use Redken Chromatics color. So the boxes look like this. And obviously you have to get this through a professional cosmetologist. The shades that I use are 7AB and 8AG. And I'm going to use the 20 volume developer from the Redken Chromatics. So I have my color brush, and I have my whisk, and I have my bowl. So like I said, I'm going to mix equal parts of the 7 and 8 levels of color. So I'm going to mix that and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're just going to whisk in our color and we're going to make sure that that is really mixed well. So I like to use the Chromatics. I'm not saying that it's the best for your hair. I'm not saying it's the worst, but it's just what I know. So that's what I am going to use today. Okay, so I'm mixed up really well, and now I'm going to take the end of my brush here and I'm just going to go down the center and split it into a middle part. I'm just going to apply this to the dark root and I'm going to drag it down to tone this second half right here. So I'm going to start in the crown and work my way forward. With the sun and everything that I've been in, it's gotten really gold, so I need to tone it and break that base. So I'm just gonna continue to apply this to the roots there. I'm gonna feather it down into where the places that I think needs it. Every other time that I do my hair, I will highlight it. So I don't highlight it every single time. Okay, so just flip your section over, smooth that out, and then get the back layer of that same piece and drag it down some more. I'm not fully saturating the second half. By the second half, I mean not the root and not the ends of the hair. I just mean right here. You're not going to fully saturate that. I don't want all of that gold gone. I just want the majority kind of toned. So I'm taking pretty small sections because I want that hair to be fully saturated at the root. I'm just kind of, again, feathering that down. Flip it over and get the back layer of the root part and then feather it down. Okay, so sorry I'm not looking into the camera, but obviously I have to look at my hair. So just continue to do that all the way down. Everyone's hair is different, so you're going to want to go to your stylist, and if you tell them that this is the color, you know, that my color is what you want, they may have to use something, you know, a couple of shades different to achieve this same look. So everyone's hair is different. It's just like makeup. Everyone's skin tone is different. So I'm not saying that this is the color that you particularly need. I'm just kind of demonstrating this because I feel like if you do your, you know, at-home hair, which I do not recommend, but if you do, then you'll kind of have something to go by with how I do mine. You know, and I've done this for years and years and years. I do my own hair all the time, pretty much every single time. So I've had a lot of experience with doing my own hair. I've had a lot of mistakes doing my own hair. So I just know what works for me. So I'm just breaking some of the gold up. I don't want it all gone. I just want the majority gone, and I want that dark root broken up to where it's not so dark. I don't mind it being a little dark, but I want the majority of it toned to a more neutral blonde. And this is like pretty much like I'm just balayaging my own hair, except for I'm not using lightener, I'm using color. I'm just dragging this down. You can see a lot of that needs to be toned like in here. So I'll just take it on the end of my brush like this, and I'll just paint it on. And then, done with that, you can see what needs to be saturated on the back. And with this part, I don't have to be as neat because pretty much all of it, except for the ends, need to be toned. So I kind of just apply it like this. Flip it over and apply it like that. I don't always do the back portion of my hair. I think that's how my hair has gotten so long, is because I don't touch it. Probably I'll do it maybe every third time, maybe, because I never wear my hair up and no one ever sees that part of my hair. So I just let it grow and grow and grow until, you know, I feel like it needs to be done. And like, I'm not saying that this is the right way or the wrong way or whatever. I'm just pretty much doing this video because everyone has asked me, like every time I meet someone, they're like, who does your hair? I'm like, well, I do. And they're like, oh my gosh, how do you do it? So I'm just kind of doing this as like, this is how I do it. If you want to try it at your own risk. So now we'll move to the other side. So I just carefully kind of repart it like this. And I just go through and pull it out like that, so it just kind of hangs there. Like, I don't mash it all back down because I don't want it to just completely touch all the other blonde. So I'm gonna do my crown. This is kind of the hard part of doing your own hair because clearly you can't see, but it always kind of ends up okay for me. So I just pull it all forward and get that root. So now I'm going to start on the left side. So you can see all this is blonde. All this needs to be toned. So we're gonna tone that and break my base at the same time. And I don't clip my hair off and do all that mess. I feel like those clips just get in my way. I mean, I'm sure my life might be a little bit easier if I did, but oh well, right? I'm just going over the parts that need toning. Kind of lift those back up so they get off the other pieces. Okay. It look funny. Sometimes Chuck will get confused, like, who are you? What is wrong with your hair, Mom? When I part my hair, like, okay, see the root right there? Like, I don't go past the part line. Like, I go probably halfway in between the part line, and that's how much I part off, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does or not. I just find that that is what works best for me when parting wise. So I guess this method would be fine if you were doing like box color at home and you wanted to, like, you know, not use that bottle that they give you and you wanted to actually like paint it on. I guess you could do this with box color. I don't recommend using box color, but if that's what you've always done for your hair, then maybe this would be something that you could try. You know, doing your roots or whatnot. I definitely hope that you guys find this helpful, at least for the levels of color that I use on my hair. You know, like I said, everyone's hair is different. I don't think that necessarily everyone needs a level 7, level 8. But like I said, that's just what I use on mine. And I figure that it's easier for me to make a video about it than having to tell everyone constantly how I do my hair at home. Because I think people are like shocked that I like highlight my own hair and do my own hair, but it's just what works for me. Helps me save money. And who doesn't want to save money? I know that Jessie James Decker has a tutorial on how she lightened her hair, and I think that, you know, I'll link it down below if I can find it, but I think that it was kind of helpful too, so I'll leave that down below for you guys. So I'll probably speed up this part so you guys aren't bored to death and listening to me ramble. So I'll see you in just a second. Okay, so you should look some sort of fashion of crazy like this. And I'm going to let this process for maybe 35, 40, 45 minutes, just depending on how my hair is pulling. And I will check back in with you after it is finished and we will see the final result. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so I am back and I have washed my hair. It's been I let it sit for about 30 minutes. And this is the result. I didn't want to curl it or anything because I just wanted you guys to see the true color. I don't know if that would have made a difference, but I just left it straight. So you can see that all of this is toned and not as gold anymore. And it's just a really pretty neutral color. So let me get a little closer. You can see there, split it down the middle so you can see a little better. It's just a really nice neutral color. Okay, so that is how I color my hair. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I always answer everyone's comments and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave so you don't lose me in this crazy YouTube world. I have a lot of fun videos coming up in the next few weeks, some collabs that I'm really excited about. So I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you real soon. Bye!